Yeah, um, because nothing better to do, and I was brainstorming whether or not I was going to do FartCon. Shouts to FartCon, whether I was going to do FartCon or not. And watching the news, because it's me, I thought, what if we had cartoon characters running for office? Then, of course, it couldn't be any cartoon characters. So we had to go to one of the better years in the greatest decade, because me, 1985. Decision 1985. The candidates, Cobra Commander, He-Man, Optimus Prime. Let's see. Cobra Commander's campaign slogan would be, "Let's make history." Extra S's. And He-Man, "You have the power." There's a play on that. And Optimus Prime, it had to be something corny. America, roll out. See, first, Optimus' slogan is stupid. I can't imagine he'd get much traction. Get it? Traction. But anyway, that's the thing. Now, doing this on a podcast, I can't do much. It was an idea, so I just press record. But if I weren't poor, and if I had all of my podcast friends with me, they were available, we'd have scripts and voices, and people would play the roles, and there'd be debates and rebuttals, a fake newscast that would deliver the results. I'd do it all. You know, the production would have been crazy, but, you know, it was just me. Like news. Decision 85 results are in. Anyway, I can just say what I'd imagine would happen. You know. So like He-Man. He-Man would be an awful public speaker. Women would like him. And he'd get the women vote because of the tan, and he'd make all those public appearances in the polling places half naked, which would be awful in the cold voting months. But anyway, he'd run on some privacy stuff and want to lock down cybersecurity. I don't know. Especially after he's outed for being Prince Adam. See, Zartan was the one that got the info. But then again, maybe Teletran 1 leaked it. Optimus Prime would be a goody-goody, even more goody-goody than He-Man. Let's see, he has the voice, and he's a lot taller than everyone. Let's see, all the venues he speak at will have to be outside, though. Let's see, Cobra Commander, he'd run a smear campaign. Like, when Optimus transforms, where does the trailer go? Can you trust the president who's not all there? What is he hiding in the trailer? That would be the smear campaign. Shout outs to where does the trailer go? But Optimus will obviously be focused on gun control because, you know, Megatron will be sitting at home like, ain't this some bullshit? The gun, because, you know, obvious gun control. Cobra Commander, no one would truly trust him, but he would tell the truth. He was like, look, I'm going to raise taxes. I don't intend on paying them. Yes, he had his face etched in the moon. Sure, he tried to mind control everyone with pop music, but he has infrastructure and a plan to lower the deficit, and his foreign policy game is off the chain. See? I hear He-Man like, well, I'm the only candidate that you can see their face, so, you know, that's the thing. Optimus would be like, I don't really have one. then they both start remove the hood chant at rallies aimed at Cobra Commander. But Cobra Commander will have a youth vote. They be selling hoods and helmets and have Cobra tattoos. And some will have Autobot tattoos, but no one will have He-Man tattoos because his logo is lame. Plus, Cobra Commander would attack his Dutch boy haircut every chance he gets. Look, all this stuff is off the top of my head. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna think of some more stuff that we'll do, and then it'll be more of Decision 85 after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
They got a million toys at Toys R Us that she can play with.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
They got the best for so much less you really flip your head.
From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is. Gee whiz.
I don't want to grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
More games, more toys, oh boy. I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Back to the show.
Attention, citizens! Due to the financial irresponsibility and incompetence of your leaders, Cobra has found it necessary to restructure your nation's economy. We have begun by eliminating the worthless green paper, which your government has deceived you into believing is valuable. Cobra will come to your rescue, and out of the ashes will arise a new order.
Alright, welcome back. This is the Decision 85 podcast, where we have what will happen if Optimus Prime, He-Man, and Cobra Commander were the candidates running for president. Public appearances. See, if I were doing a show with other people, I present these as questions. But I had scribbled some stuff here. Who would appear on late night talk shows first? I could see Optimus outside on Camel, rolling up, transforming for a street interview. That would be a thing. He-Man would show up on Fallon, slicing old household objects with the power sword, or playing a Grayskull shuffleboard or some shit. Cobra Commander would get in a heated argument on Colbert, and Colbert would do the whole interview in a hood as well, and bring up Flint and Duke a lot, just to piss him off. Then Optimus would do carpool karaoke. Obviously, James would be riding inside of him, and they'd sing Tracy Chapman. Why wouldn't they? Maybe Sammy Hagar. Maybe. I don't know. Question: who would have the biggest scandal? Probably He-Man. The Prince Adam thing, or what really happens in Castle Grayskull. Obviously, where does the trailer go? Hashtag grab her in the carburetor. Who would be the first to make a social faux pas or slip up during a speech? Gotta be Cobra Commander. He'd slip up and say he wants to take over the world, or make people bow down to him, or threaten to kill a reporter by mistake. But then again, he could also kidnap Larry King and replace him with Zartan and have the most cupcake interview ever on CNN. That could be a thing. You just have Zartan, they kidnap whoever he's gonna interview with. Zartan, pretends to be them, and it goes down. Optimus would be on Crossfire. He-Man looking lost on Moneyline. Like, did they even have currency in Eternia or on Eternia? I never saw like money. Did they ever buy? Because it was a weird thing back on He-Man, because they had robots but they rode tigers. So like, did they just barter? Did they trade like oranges for? I don't know. And He-Man, we revealed that he was born in the U.S. and left to Eternia, so he's eligible. See, people are gonna listen to this and say, well, He-Man's from Eternia, and so he wasn't born. Sure he was. Vice presidents. Who would be the running mates? He-Man, I think Man-at-Arms, but shouldn't he be like head of the Secret Service? You know, he should be that. Man-at-Arms or Stratos. Stratos could get the black vote. You know Stratos is black. He could reach across party lines and get Panthro and a shock, but no Teela. We don't want Teela. She can do something else. Optimus, I would hope he wouldn't pick Bumblebee. He could try to get the black vote and get Jazz, because Jazz was black. But he would lose immediately if he picked Blaster. Nobody wants Blaster. Nobody wanted Blaster on the cartoon. Nobody wanted Blaster as the toy. Nobody cared about Blaster. Now Cobra Commander, that's different. You would think Destro. I want it to be Destro because, you know, he'd be scheming to be president. See, this would be like an episode of 24 or Homeland. I want to develop an entire show dedicated to Cobra Commander being president and all the behind the scenes shit. Like, it would be Destro trying to take him out to be president, the Baroness wanting to be the first lady, Zartan to be Secretary of State, Tomax and Zaymon head of security service, Dr. Mindbender be the educational czar or whatever the fuck. It'll look like Veep and the House of Cards because it'd be comedy with Cobra Commander. It'd be a lot of mudslinging going on. Prime being called out for being a robot in disguise. I mean, it's in your tagline, so we can't trust a robot in disguise. He-Man, Battle Cat scares children and most adults. And how would they have to get a big ass cage and Air Force One for Battle Cat or Cringer? Cobra Commander, well, he tried to destroy and take over the world multiple times, so I can't imagine the military would be big fans. But Cobra Commander, who cares? He would bring his own military. He already got tanks and bunkers and ships. Air Force One would be like a Night Raven or a Rattler. No trouble bubble. So just imagine flying down in a trouble bubble to do a speech. He-Man wouldn't want to move to the White House. He'd want to stay in Castle Grayskull, and that would be a problem. And Optimus Prime, he couldn't fit in anything. So that would be that. So He-Man would carry the women and the minorities. I could see that. And Cobra Commander would carry the rich and powerful, and Optimus would carry the blue collar vote. So who would win? I don't know. I just thought of it about 15 minutes ago, and I thought that I should do this before I forgot the idea. But the show's on SoundCloud, so there's comments. By all means, tell me what you think will happen or something of that nature. Until then, until next time, in between time, I'm out.
And with your wrinkled pussy, I can't be your lover.